Welcome back, everybody. The FTL adventure continues with the Torus, the NG-controlled drone ship extraordinaire. We are on Sector 4, which is going to be a rebel-controlled hostile. We most recently added a flak cannon to our output here, and we have a moderate ship to deal with here. Sector 4 is going to be where we start running into double shields and a little bit more powerful weapons. So now we're looking to turn this scrap here into a good 300 or so to really balance out these things here. Get another drone piece here, maybe get one more weapon in there, and hopefully just have enough stank to get through this series of 3 sectors here. So wouldn't surprise me if we die at some point during here. We don't have the strongest ship just yet, so and we don't have a lot of scrap to really do anything about it. So let's hit it up and see where it takes us. Because of the boarding, I feel like I'm going to have to upgrade my doors pretty soon too, so we'll see what things look like. We have 16 fuel and a moderate amount of nodes to get through. Usually what I like to do with the first jump is I like to hit one that's got a lot of connecting nodes. That way if there is a store attached to it, it's the highest probability that I can jump to one, rather than if I jump to here, for example, or like down here or here. This here would be the only unknown node that there is. So I'm going to go to this one first. Let's see what we got here. We got a double banger shield, laser weapon. Nothing too threatening. He does have hacking, but I have hacking as well. And he's got drones too. That's going to be tough. So he's got a defensive drone. That sucks because I can't shoot my hacking through his defensive drone. So there's nothing I can do about that. I'm going to add evasion. I can't use hacking yet, so I'm going to try and take out his weapons. And then I'm going to throw this flak cannon in the middle. Hopefully it hits weapons and drones. But at this point, I'm at the mercy of just surviving. This is going to be a rough one, and I may actually even need to retreat because I don't have a defensive drone. Fortunately, my shield should hold up against this stuff here, unless he hits me bad with his attack drone. This is a regular attack drone, I think. It's not a beam one, I don't think. And he took out my drone room. That's, yeah, pretty typical there. Typical little D-bag. So if I hit his drone room, my hacking is going in for sure. I'm just going to send these guys to try and get in here and break up that hacking if I can. And then there's an ion pulse. This is absolutely just the perfect storm of shitty RNG. Alright, his defense drone is down, so I am hitting his drone room. That's happening. And my drone room is hacked, so I'm basically waiting on flak cannon to just dismantle him until I can get in here, which I did. Alright. Drone room. Kiss those drones goodbye. This is gonna be a brutal one. If I didn't have this flak cannon, I may as well just quit and restart the game because I wouldn't be able to do anything. But flak cannon goes through shields and it just dismantles shields. So, and now he wants to surrender. Like I'm gonna take that with 22 scrap. I think not. He can rot. One more flak cannon. Oh, I want to kill him with flak cannon. 38 scrap, 1 drone part. Reasonable enough. So I kind of feel like I should be upgrading along the way here, but the thing is, I don't want to waste my scrap because I really do need another drone thing. So the only thing that I could really do is I could go into my ship and buy another drone level here, so if I do get another combat, I can use it right away. But the thing is, it's probably better if I save that scrap. If I can't purchase something useful with it, may as well just not, so. Alright, so he's charging his FTL, which kind of sucks, so I'm going to make sure flak cannon is on his engine, I think. Engine and shield, actually. We'll do that. Drone part, he doesn't have a defensive drone. Let's take out his attack. And this shouldn't take too long here. He's only got a beam weapon left, so that won't be able to cut through my shield. Just waiting on Flak Cannon to take his shields down. And I'm going to send my Ion Blast at his engine just because he's still charging. Still charging, even now it is. There we go, finally delayed. One more shot though, there he goes. So you can see the Flak Cannon is quite the beast of a weapon, and it was fairly cheap and is easy to power, so if you get this early on, it's actually a pretty good deal. If we had 2 of these, I would spend all of my scrap dumping this charge laser and putting that second flak up just to wreak havoc on people. So what's really disappointing though is the lack of crew members. I'm still just absolutely flabbergasted at the lack of crew. Usually by now you would have hit several slavers. I got dual shields, which would be enough to survive the asteroid field, but they have a pretty hefty weapon loadout. We're going to go ahead and shut that shit down. He doesn't even have a shield because it's an automated drone, so we need to just take all this stuff out. I should also point out that the hacking uses a drone part, so I do have to be kind of cautious about using these willy-nilly, because when we use a drone part here and here, that's 2 per round. I can't be just wasting all my drone parts since I don't have the drone recovery arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the Flak Cannon and Ion Cannon do the damage here since he doesn't have a shield, and I'll save my drone parts. And it should be enough, even with the asteroids pegging away at his ship, I should be good here. As long as I get my shields up before asteroids hit me. He's got no more weapons, so now I'm pretty much set. These are dangerous ones, though. Asteroids are no joke. Waiting on FTL drive. We got 200 scraps, so we're sitting in a good spot. 200 scrap basically means I can buy 3rd level of shield if I need to. I mean, I obviously need to, but I don't really want to just yet. Gotta watch out with this node here. See, if you go to this node here, you can't advance further, so I'm just gonna go down here, and then I'll finish up somewhere in this little sector here. Alright, could be a trap or send an away party. This is a dangerous one, because if I send an away party and it's bad, I only got 2 crew members left. You can't really pilot on a skeleton crew, and if you get boarded, you're done with. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip this one. I don't like to just leave free possible resources on the table like that, but with the small crew that I have already, it's not worth the risk. Alright, so big ass charge up laser here. Heavy laser. Hacking. We're going to send hacking against his weapons. We're going to send flak at the shields. And we'll send our ion at his weapons. Actually, we'll send ions at his shield to start with. And combat. Alright. Hopefully this goes well enough. I switched my ion blast to his weapons. Hopefully it's enough to take out something here. Yep, he is done for. The Flak Cannon is doing its thing. I almost want to buy a second one of those just because. I really do. There's the store. So, we have 240. We can't go up. I'll hit up this node here first before I go to the store. So I'll go here, then store, and then out. I think that'll be a reasonable approach. Save some of my fuel. Unless it seems like the fleet is way far behind. There was nothing here. So this one can go back to the exit. So I can go here. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be 1, 2, 3. I could make it, but it seems like a gross waste of fuel to do so. So I'll just I'll hit the store, see what's in here, and then we'll just move on. We can't waste too much fuel here, so. Alright, we have a hull laser, which is another weapon. Honestly, there's no point in buying this one if it's 2 power. I already have a 2 power charge laser. The only benefit to this is it does hull damage, which I'm not overly concerned with. Bomb weapons, I don't hardly ever use these, even though they bypass shields. Alright, drone power. So now, Combat Drone Mark II is the real McCoy. You definitely want one of those. It's expensive to equip, but I feel like we kind of have to have it because it's super fast, it's super effective. So I'm going to buy that. We will look at equip costs first. We need 1 point in drone, and then 1 energy. That allows us combat 2. So we got that. We have 107 left. From there, it's 105 to increase the system, plus another 60, so it's 165, which we just don't have yet. So it's not worth investing in that just yet and risking our scrap. So we'll keep the 107. If we get 160 really quickly, maybe we'll put in Combat 1 as well. But to be honest, we do not need Combat 2 and Combat 1 anywhere before probably Sector 7. Honestly, these two in conjunction would be good for Sector 8 battle. But in Sector 4, 5, 6, I just don't see that kind of firepower necessary. Combat 2 is going to do just well enough with the flat cannon. So we'll leave it at that. I think what I will do, just in the interest of not risking too much, I will upgrade my doors by 1. Just to get a little bit of a blast door on there. If push comes to shove and I get borders, I can always send my captain into the room, the door room, and buff them up a little bit. So, alright, so do we have energy output? Combat 2 costs 4. I thought I had 1 extra energy. I'm going to need the energy eventually anyways, so I'll just buy it. Now I can equip it fully without having to depower another system. So, alright, let's hit up this node here, test out our new Combat 2. And he doesn't have a powerful ship, but let's take him down anyways. So we're going to hit the weapons. Actually, ion on the weapons. This on here. Flat cannon right in the middle. Combat drone up. And no missiles for him. He's pretty much toasted. Combat 2 is vastly superior. You can just see how much faster it is. It is way, way better than Combat 1. If you're ever lucky enough to rock 2 Combat 2s at once, you can do some serious damage. The downside, though, is it's very easy for enemies to take them out, because if they hit your room just once, half of that is instantly gone. It's not a very viable loadout for the final boss, but like rocking dual flat cannons, it's super fun to play, and it obliterates anything in your path, as far as regular ships go. Alright, we are going to exit. See if there's a nice little event here for us. Get a little bit more scrap. Let's investigate the battlefield. And absolutely nothing. So, where we are at, next sector. We don't go into nebulas. We have a mantis sector, so it's probably a good thing that I upgraded my doors by 1, because we're going to get boarded. That's happening. The downside is I just don't have anybody to fight them. So I have to rely on my doors and my healing, and ultimately drain the oxygen to survive those mantis attacks. So we'll see how that goes. But that is a topic for another video, so you can check back for the next one as soon as you can. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.